Yo, what's going on everybody? Rob, aka Robbie Diesel, and today we are diving into something that challenged every single taste bud that I own for 30 straight days. That something in particular just so happens to be Ryze mushroom coffee. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about it at some point in time, but for those who are unfamiliar, this is a mushroom coffee. And me, when I first heard mushroom coffee, I'm like, all right, am I a wizard now? Are we brewing potions? But be that as it may, I cast my doubt aside and took a dive into this fungal brew for an entire month. Now, did it transform my mornings or did it leave me yearning for my old-fashioned bean juice? Stick around as I sniff, sip, and spill the beans, or should I say spores, on this wonderfully odd mushroom coffee. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of my mushroom-infused month, let's talk about Ryze for a second. Now, I came across Ryze on my social media, two of them to be exact, both Facebook and Instagram, most likely because they're interconnected, and of course, out of curiosity, I interacted with the ads that were being displayed to me. And essentially what Ryze is a newfound coffee company that popped up like a mushroom in a forest, and they promise a coffee that's not really coffee, but it'll still help you kickstart your day, minus the caffeine related jitters. Born from the idea that coffee could be more than just caffeine, Ryze actually takes a traditional blend of coffee beans mixed with 6 different mushrooms to create its unique concoction. And it's this very concoction that made me curious, because I noticed it had both health nuts and coffee enthusiasts in a heated debate online. What's best for you? Now, as for Ryze themselves, I know they're just not some fly-by-night company, because I looked at their profits and they're actually doing all right. They're not just selling mushrooms on the side of the road. So without further ado, let's talk about my experience. Now, I'm not one to leave you hanging and waiting to the end of the video to find out the conclusion here. I think I want to just jump right into it. So let's talk about taste, because let's be real, that's why y'all are here, right? You want to know how this stuff tastes. Day one, I embraced myself for what I thought was going to be a mix between an espresso shot and a forest floor. Surprisingly enough, it was neither. Unsurprisingly, the taste still wasn't right. How did it taste? Well, imagine taking your traditional morning home-brewed coffee on a stroll through a damp woodland floor. It's not really horrible, but it did leave me wondering if I should laugh or cry. And to be fair, I experimented with everything. I experimented with different sweeteners, different milks, different creamers, dairy and non-dairy, just to try and raise the flavor profile a little bit. Hell, I even consulted the Necronomicon to find a spell to raise the flavor of this mix, but to no avail. Let's just say by the end of the month, my taste buds were on speaking terms with Ryze, but they definitely wasn't planning any trips together. Now, if taste is the plot twist, then the smell is the cliffhanger. First sniff and you immediately realize that you're not in Kansas anymore. You are in the deepest, dankest, dampest forest and the most mythical creatures all around you, and not in a good way. The scent is kind of peculiar because it has this noticeable hint of earthiness mixed with a tad bit of, am I standing on that dark orange carpet in a damp basement? It's not the traditional wonderful coffee smell that beckons you to wakefulness. Nah. This is the kind of smell that makes you question your life choices. But as the plot twist goes with any good story, your taste buds eventually get used to it, or they stop questioning it as much. Now, for the ultimate moment of truth, the health benefits. Did I turn into a superhuman after drinking Ryze for a full month? Well, the short answer is no. And the long answer is also no. But let's unpack that. Now, the health benefits that are touted by Ryze had me expecting to be able to levitate in 30 days or less, or at the very least not feel as groggy and more focused throughout my day. And I diligently followed the serving suggestions on here. They actually suggest that you drink 2 cups a day for the first couple of weeks and then blend into maybe a cup a day afterwards. I diligently did that. I drank my daily dosage waiting for the magic to happen, but still nothing. And while I can't say that I noticed any additional health benefits, I also didn't grow any extra limbs, so I guess there's that. Maybe it's a slow burn sort of thing, or maybe my body just prefers this caffeine straightforward. So after a month of mushrooms and coffee and existential questioning, where do we land on all of this? Is Ryze mushroom coffee the elixir of the gods, or is it just a well-marketed cup of mushroomy confusion? For me, it's a fascinating experiment, but it's not a permanent switch. I've actually tried several other mushroom coffees in between, and while I still don't notice any extravagant health benefits, I do prefer the flavor profile of those over Ryze. With Ryze, the taste and the aroma are an acquired taste that I'm just not really rushing to acquire. Now, health benefits, the jury is still out on that one, but if you want to confuse the hell out of your taste buds, then this is the one for sure. Who knows? You might just fall in love with this fungal fantasy. And if you do, please hit me up in the comments down below. If you've tried Ryze coffee and your experience is different than mine, let me know. I want to hear what you guys think. In the meantime, thank you for checking out this video. I am Rob, aka Robbie Diesel. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button if you liked this content and you want to see more like it. And of course, turn on that bell icon so you get notified each and every time that we upload. In the meantime, I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.